Right, well, I decided that my little tug looked a bit unpopulated, so I've made some little people for it as the skipper, and down here we have a chap having a mug of tea, and there's the engineer about to go back down the engine room. And now I think it's time we have somebody climbing up those steps there. Right, well, one of the essentials of any good model making is a good cup of tea, and a little bit later on maybe a vodka mac or a whiskey mac. When I made the other models I used this gardening wire, which was a bit stiff and more difficult to bend, so I'm going to try using this beading wire this time. And then the glue, or the clay that I used, was this Fimo, £1.69 for that, and I've only used that little bit there to make those three models, so it's very economical. And then I painted them with a cheap set of acrylic paints, and it's worked quite well so far, so we'll see how we go on with it. Right, well, first we have to cut two lengths of wire, one length, twice the height of the post you want to be, plus a little bit so that you've got something to clamp onto. You bend it in half, put a little twist in the top to form the head. That's one little twist, and then we put the other length into the twist, glue that. Right, that glue's hardened, so here we have the arms, and there's the body, and there are the two legs, one longer than the other, as I said, so we can hold it in the clips. And now I'm going to straighten his head up a little bit, like that. Now we've got to go and get him the right shape to hold the onto the handrails and have his feet on the stairs. Right, well, I think we've got the basic shape there. His arms up in the air, holding onto the banisters, one leg, 1 foot on one step and 1 foot down below, and this is the bit that we use to clamp to hold it while we mould. So let's get the spare pair of hands and then hold it like that. Right, now we can start taking the Fimo, or moulding clay, and modelling clay, and cut up in little pieces, shape it. I start with the body, a little bit for the front, a little bit for the back, and then put the arms on. With a modelling tool you can just, sculpting tool, and just shape it around a little bit. Now put the legs on. You don't have to be too fussy at this stage. Just get the general shape there. Fill up a little bit at the back. A little bit at the back of the head. And now I can just start to blend it all the bits in together. We'll tease the Fimo around a little bit. Really good stuff, this Fimo. Very easy to work with. A bit of shape in there. I've never done any sculpting before this, and it's I found it quite interesting. There's a little bit of work on the face, tease the nose out, and the mouth, and now we can make a little cap for his head. Stick that on his head. Sorry you can't see it there. Now we're going to give him a pullover. Bit of Fimo, flatten it out a little bit, shape it off, tease it off the desk and slap it on the front. That's the front of his pullover. Do another thing for the back. That's the back of his pullover, and just tease in the sides there. Put a bit of shape around his feet. Oh, he seemed to fit alright, so I'm going to get him ready now for going in the oven. And it had to go in the oven for 30 minutes at 110 degrees C. Well, I decided it was a bit of a waste of oven power just to do one little person, so I made a second one. It was the cook, and I popped them both in the oven, 30 minutes, 110 degrees C. They came out, I painted them, and now I put them on the boat, and I'll show you. Right, the Tug crew complement is now complete. There's the chap climbing the ladder, and there's the cook. Well, that's it. So I know little people can be very expensive to buy. It's an expensive accessory. So if anybody would like to know more about making those, just respond to the video and I'll give you some more detail. Happy modelling. Bye bye.